Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lair, and welcome back to Super Hostile Modded The Spellbound Caves 2. In the last episode, we did a lot of looting. We got this Ankh shield, which protects us from most, from most negative effects. There is a few that are still affecting us, but we don't get weakness anymore. We don't get, anything bad, more or less. It is great. And we took a lot of time looting because it took me a while to get the final item, the forbidden fruit, and I had a lot of tokens to turn in. However, we did spend some time at the Master's Lair, and this could very well be the last episode of this map because this is the last area, and we've made some progress in here. I don't know how big the area is, and that's kind of how it's going to be from here on out. Is every episode could be the last until the last episode, obviously. But yeah, so we were just kind of working our way through here. Been a lot of skeletons and bone warriors, a lot of guys that have a lot of HP, but nothing too dangerous yet. And then a lot of references to the master and what he's done. So I'm kind of anticipating a boss battle at the end of this area, but there was a couple of things down here, and I went ahead and cleaned up the inventory, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, this is where we need to go, so this direction, and we'll see what we can get into. There is, oh, it's gonna turn into marble or like quartz. Let's just drop down here because I do not care about fall damage. We are immune. That's a different item that we have, but still. Hi, Goblin. I don't like dual paths like that, especially when I don't know which way is intended to go. There's something down there, and I don't know what. That's also terrifying. Necromancers. Alright, there is a lot of things. Banshees, lizards, necromancers. A succubus. Let's just prepare to make another another black hole. Baphomet. Okay. Infernal Raging Baphomet of You Can't Run. Well, I don't have to. Alright, let's get rid of spawners, please. Okay, that is not working. Please all go right there so that I can break these spawners. Perfect. Thank you. And now we're gonna run. Just a little ways. Okay. So a couple of succubi, I guess would be the proper terminology. This isn't too terrible. Our inventory is full, apparently. I didn't know that. So let's drop everything off. Ooh, we got the gold tokens, so we can put those in. Gold tokens are always nice. We got some necromancer armor. Okay. Cool stuff. Let's be prepared. Let's clean out this room of spawners. A weird summoning circle. What is this? Stone of Transportation. Alright. Don't know what that's about, but there's an ancient compass. I guess I'm gonna put that back. I don't really want to mess around with, the master stuff. It's rude to go into somebody's house and move their things around, and even worse to take them. Baphomet, you're done. So there is still a few things in here. So there might be any more spawners. I don't know that there is. I don't see any. So this just might be the leftovers. And okay. So we have spell book things. I need to eat. I need to pay attention to that. I want to see, what is this mysterious liquid? Can we just break that? We certainly can. Probably wildberry juice. Not what I guessed. I was going to guess blood. Alright, so some spell books that we don't actually have. And what are these? These are the fire and ice things, aren't they? Or something. We got a nether box. That's kind of cool. So there is one spell, two spells. Alter Lectern. Okay. 3 spells. 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. A lot of spells that we don't have. I actually don't want to keep this on me. I can go back. Alright, cool. So, that was a couple of rooms. And so now we need to go this way. And is there still things down there? That certainly looks like a boss fight type of thing. I'm not too worried. Again, Black Hole is a very powerful spell. There are banshees that are spawning. Which I'm not too worried about. But I would like to get rid of... Oh, that's a little bit... It's a little bit more terrifying. So let's get them all in there. Alright, there's a lot of banshees. Yeah, that's a lot. Let's, Hailstorm? Nope. But they seem to be like Vechs. They don't seem super dangerous. They don't have a lot of health, and they don't have a little health, but I'm not too concerned about them, to be honest. So what we're gonna do... Something else died. Is we're going to come down here, and I'm gonna put a black hole there preemptively. And is there no spawner? Okay. Hey, look, there's the fleecy box, I think. Just get rid of banshees. I'm really glad that the storm is not working in here. Okay. That is a lot of money. I just realized what all of that is. And there is the red wolf. Alright, you guys should all be dead in a moment. And then we'll black hole, like, over here. Wow. There's a dragon. I knew we were going to have to fight a dragon at some point. I'm actually not too concerned about the dragon. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit more concerned. Can we... Alright. I'm stuck. Can we black hole the dragon? Yes. The dragon's dead. Alright, that was not too terrible. There's another sword down here. Interesting. There are a lot of coins. There's a couple of swords. I'm curious what this is. What is that? Gold command baton. Alright. And I know we can... do we have to do it with an empty hand? Yeah, so you can collect stuff from dragons. I know a little bit about the Fire and Ice mod. Not much, though. There's a battle axe there. Cool. What else do we have down here? This is all the treasure. Oh, that is a really good pickaxe. Gold Sinite, something like that. And this area just continues going. I want to know what that is. Parasites. That's what those are. Alright, let's do a couple of things. So first of all, that is a cool ability, but not like a strong one. Okay. So we need to dump off everything that we possibly can. I'm curious what this is. What is this? Orb of Raging Fire. Increased fire spells. Okay. And then, for the record, all of these are the ancient coins, which are pretty useful. It's used for one of the best quests, but I don't really have a use for a lot of this stuff. Let's get all of the non-identified books, and we'll put them in here. And let's just grab some random other junk and put it in there. The nether box I'm interested in, so I'm going to keep that. But a lot of this stuff is probably never going to see the light of day. Alright, so here is the big question. And this is what I want to know. One, here's the red wool. That is the red wool. Completed, collected. That is the last wool that we need. Is there anything else? I want to show off this. There's a shield there as well, which I kind of want to look at. So yeah, Sinistite Diamond Pickaxe is pretty good. There's also a... what are you? Gold Tower Shield. That's kind of cool sounding. That is just gold armor. Alright. So what is with this long hallway? It goes somewhere. There's a Cyclops. Nope, wrong spell. Yep, you guys can just be murdered with my sword. Could you stop? Black hole. And let's murder the Cyclops. Alright. So, what is this leading to? Interesting. Side of a mountain. I kind of want to explore a little bit, but there is something we're going to do at the end of this map. And we're basically there. But before we can do that, we need to, you know, kind of put the wall on the monument. So, what we're going to do right now is we're going to sleep. We're going to make it day. And I want to explore what is going on in this area. This is obviously like how the dragon gets in and out. And is there more to that or what? I knew I was going to fight a dragon by the end of this. So, the dragon's hoard is... I didn't know what these were from above. But seeing that they were all piles of coins makes sense. It's the dragon's hoard. It's always weird when the things like die immediately. But yeah, the dragon was not that difficult. It was a green dragon. It wasn't a super dangerous dragon, luckily. But at the same time, it's still a dragon. And what is with this area? So there's a blob of something up here. Oh, that's just the Joyful Rainbow Cavern. Alright, I don't know that there is anything out here, to be perfectly honest. We can head down this way. Some stuff spawns. Not really much of anything of note. What is that up there? They're good. What are you? Valkyrie. And a dwarf. Cool. So, let's go ahead. And we will use our magic mirror. We can come back here. And then we can head back to the Victory Monument where we can finish this map off. And I'll be honest, I don't really care about looting all the stuff that I've looted. We have a bunch of tokens. There are so many tokens. I don't care. We don't need them. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the monument. And then we're going to talk about the map. And we're going to do a fly-through of the entirety of the map. So if you don't want to see that, there is the Victory Monument completed. We finally did it. Actually was not too terrible. Once I kind of figured out what I was doing wrong in terms of combat and learning a little bit more about that, things were a little bit, well, better. So, real quick, my kind of thoughts before the people that don't want to see the fly-through, is a good map. I don't know why it's called Spellbound Caves, because it doesn't really feel like a successor to that map, and it doesn't really have that same kind of sense. It's not a bad map though. I just don't the relationship between these two maps, Spellbound Caves 1 and this one, just don't feel like they're there. No nether, which is not unsurprising. It's a lot more controlled in the overworld, but at the same time, interesting. Interesting choices. But overall, I enjoy the map. There is a learning curve, and that's more because of the mod pack than anything else. And once you kind of get established, and once you get some really good armor, it's hard to have anything really dangerous to you. The black hole spell is way too powerful. This thing is ridiculously powerful. But there was only a couple of areas that I vastly disliked, and there's a couple things I needed to figure out sooner. The skull blocks, for example, would have been nice to understand that means don't go there. Danger. But yeah, all in all, good map. So what we're going to do now, if you don't want to see this, if you don't care about seeing all the map, let's actually, before we do anything, let's go back to the world spawn, and we will do some exploration. So what I like to do in these maps, and this one might take a little bit longer, is I like to go into spectator mode, if I can remember the command. And it's just so that we can see everything and see how things work. You know, is there any secrets underneath? No, there's not. There actually, there is right here. I'm curious. There's a button. Hold up. There's a button. I have to press the button. There's a storm mage. There's a storm mage one there. Interesting. So yeah, this early area definitely was tutorial-esque, and I know that was kind of the intention. There were these like little small caves. I don't know that there was really much in here other than, yeah, it's just the ballista. And this is why I like spectator mode. I can see everything. But yeah, the Goblin Inn is kind of nice. This area got a little dangerous, and then there is this, which vanilla structure. This one was a mistake, but Yeah. And then we had Rookie Cave. This, I think, was just... There's another thing. We will find out what all the secrets are. Not really, but... Is that just a... Okay, that was just like a lighting error. Rookie Cave didn't really have much of a point, but was just kind of to teach you, I think, more than anything. Give you a bunch of resources, which is fine. That's pretty normal for a Vechs map. If he wants to be nice, he'll give you resources, but you gotta earn them. So the first like path we went is this way, and this cave was not bad. But again, it was a lot of trying to figure out, what is this? Okay, so this is one of the dungeons. Where's the entrance? So the Mushroom Cave was awful. And I don't really know that there was anything of worth in there. It was just almost like a shortcut. But and then it led out to here, which is just, okay, which is back to the beginning. So there's a lot of like twisting and turning, and from what I understand, this map is made to be kind of circular in a sense. The last area definitely wasn't, but a lot of the like early areas kind of loop all around. There's a lot of these waterways which lead back to things, and we didn't even go like further this way. There's all of this area that we never even touched, but this goes to what? There's spawners. Oh, the little squid girls. Some loot. If you decided to go all this way, and then there is, was it Hello Adventure? You can walk all the way around the island. Not much to see on the outside. Boring. Turn back. Okay, so these are just giant islands. Interesting. This probably says the same thing. Yes. So that's interesting. I didn't know about that. But, and there's a chest here. See what's in the chest. More loot. Lots of loot. Loot is good though. So I never trusted any of these like gates, but I don't think any of them were trapped. So you come up this way, and it leads to the Deer Island place, the Overlook. And there is a lot of like, I mean, I explored this area a little bit, but there's not much up here. It was kind of strange, some of these areas. I think that was mostly for the bridge. And then you had this like cave that had a lot of resources in it. But I don't think it had much else. This was another like resource island. There is a chest right here. Let's go into creative. More loot. Okay. So yeah, all in all, like the map is well made, and I always like going back to Vechs's maps because they are generally well made. That is adorable. Oh, there's a spawner there for the cockatrices, or whatever those are, griffins. I guess cockatrices would be aggressive, but this goes up to the forest area. Which one is this? Upper Fragrant Forest. So this, I still hate the name of this area. This is just the upper portion of the Fragrant Forest, which the lower portion's down there. So it's kind of cool. Lower portion didn't really have much, but there is the Victory Monument. Okay, so that's what you're overlooking. And I always have to look. Is there any like traps or anything in here? No, but you're really close to this area, which is the like water area between can go up the waterfall. This is the, yep. I remember all this. And then intersection 1. So there is a lot of, like, you might notice there's these, like, caves. And that is really dark. Yeah, I can spell. They are for mobs more than anything. It's just so mobs can spawn and you don't have to worry about it. And that's what this is. It's just a cave to go down there. Interesting. Something over here. Real sapling underneath that. Okay. So all in all, I'm not seeing anything super, like, interesting so far. All these towers, there's a lot of these magic towers, and I know what they're for. They're solely for the spawners, so that you can get a lot of the spectral dust, so that you can make books or whatever they are used for, do magic things. And this goes back to the Victory Monument. Okay, so let's go over. So this is the Victory Monument area, and then you have the forests, and at the bottom of the lower forest, I mean there's the goblin area. That one was kind of easy. I like that, but this area was pain. And there was a lot of, like, nothing to it, and I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe for spawning Goblin Grotto. I think it was just there's multiple ways to get into a lot of these areas, and so if you wanted to head this direction, you had the swamp to go through, versus the other side was a little bit safer. And then, what is this area? I don't think I ever went through this area. There's a lot of these cephalopod spawners. Yeah, I never saw this. But this goes to the swamp. Interesting. Yeah, I never saw any of that. So where does that lead? So this was the cave in the Goblin Grotto. Not too bad. Oh, okay. So this was the other half of... Oh, and I never got that. I never got that teleporter. So this is the melty place. This area was kind of one of the first steps into the map is getting more difficult. And the bridge specifically, which... What's up here? Let's... Oh no, I hit the wrong button. I don't know what this area is. We want Minecraft night vision. Oh no. I guess it's just effect, isn't it? Night vision. There is a bunch of gold up here and some mimics as well as a chest. Okay, that's how those work. There's an ice dragon that spawns here. Okay, so there is an ice dragon. Interesting. And let's go into creative mode and grab some milk, because I'm not dealing with the red. So that is what's that direction. Interesting. If we get close, will it spawn the dragon? No. Okay. So that's an interesting thing I didn't know about. Because, oh, it's that side. We never went over that way. We stayed over this direction. So this area was, let's get back to Spectator, was not too terrible, but was also kind of terrible. No void, actually. Felt like there was going to be void. But, so that is the Ice Dragon. And this direction is where the intersection was. So we're not going to cover everything, obviously, but this did go down really far to the ice caves. I don't remember what the area is called, but it was part of the intersection. And there's all these big boxes. That is just to have mob spawn, so there's not like a ton of mobs everywhere. But yeah, this was intersection 3, and it wasn't terrible. I liked this castle area was okay. Wasn't terrible. It did introduce us to the vampire, which was bad. I love the secret area that led us to the wizard lizard. He's adorable, and I love him. That was a cool little Easter egg, and it was just one of those follow the lizards. I was scared that was going to lead to the dragon, but it didn't. So that's good. This area, I do want to see, is there anything, any secrets down here? There's some redstone. I think that's just for the bridge. Yeah, it looks like it. And then all of this area was not too terrible, but I still don't really know what the point of the underground area was. It didn't lead anywhere. It was just like, I don't even know. It was weird. That was weird. And then up here is a lava lake. Okay. So the only other thing I really want to go look at is intersection 4 and all the areas over there. Most of the stuff, there wasn't like, there was a lot of secrets. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of secrets in the map, but for the most part, like, wasn't terribly secretive. There wasn't like a lot of like areas we didn't really explore. This area was terrible. Getting up through this was annoying, just because it was a huge staircase. But it had to bring you up so that, you know, there's more room for other stuff. The brown wool was amazing. I loved it. There's a lot of these. You can see where there's like brush usage, world edit, whatnot. But yeah, there's so many spawners. So many trumpet skeletons. This little in-between area was a lot more intimidating than it actually was. I don't think there was anything in here that could actually hurt you. It was just kind of annoying because of all the pixies. And then you get over here. The tree was... The coven area was not too bad. And you can't see through the trees. I'm not going to go through all that area. It's too vertical. But what I wanted to see, this did lead down to... let's see, the dragon. Yeah, I still don't understand if there's anything really going on with the dragon, like, cave. But I think it just led to the exterior of the... exterior of the map. And I just want to see... Is there anything in these? Doesn't look like it. And they go pretty much to void. Doesn't look like there's anything hidden in the intersection. That is a common theme. But all in all, I like the map. I really do. Like I said before, I don't quite know if there is much of a reason to call it Spellbound Caves. Could have been called something else. But that's just a kind of minor nitpick. The Master's Lair definitely felt like it was going to be the last area and not, you know, this gigantic place that is having trouble rendering. There is so much stuff here. And there is no void, which is kind of cool. I can kind of see how things spawn. That's neat. And there's just so much stuff. Does this... I was going to say, does it go on this way a little bit? It does, but there's not really anything over here. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that I think is worth talking about with this map. Really good map. I really enjoyed it. Once you kind of figure out how to deal with the combat stuff, it is a lot easier. But the final areas were not too difficult. The overall difficulty, once you learn what you're doing, is not bad at all. Interesting. It's just kind of... the learning curve is there. Once you get past the learning curve, you're good to go. And Black Hole is way too strong. But all in all, this map was a lot of fun. The final areas were not too overwhelming with enemies. And I really did like the dragon fight, even if it was pretty easy at the point we were at. Wasn't too dangerous. But yeah, so that is going to be it for this series. The next thing we're going to take on is there is a couple other modded maps that Vechs has made that we are going to play. Which one first? I don't know. But I'll figure that out. And that's what we'll do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I will see you guys in the next series. Bye!